Hi, welcome to the Libra Lures channel. In today's episode, I would like to show you our new model, the Bleak Slug tail 8.2 inches. It is currently available in one size. This is another bait from the vertical Pelagic series. So, I invite you to check out the latest episode. Bleak Slug tail. This is a bait dedicated to fishing for the so-called vertical fishing. The stonale is also effective for casting. You can rig it with a regular standard jig head or a tungsten head with added hooks, such as for example, or even with additional features like extra hooks or weights. There are also plenty of different rigging methods that you can find on our website, www.libralures.com. Bleak's is available in one size, as I mentioned earlier. The weight of this bait is 30 grams, 8.2 inches long, which is 210 meter. Packaging, one piece. There are 12 colors, just like the entire vertical series. For each model we currently have 12 colors. We will be expanding and increasing this color range, but that will be for the next season. So for now, 12 colors of Bleak's. I designed these colors for myself. I think these are proven and effective colors, maybe not in all waters, but I think everyone will find something suitable for themselves. Something will match. Maybe a quick word about the bait. The bait, with a faithful imitation of fish scales, we tried here to present the smallest details in the bait. This is a typical shape of a bleak with a pintail, meaning a tail in the shape of an ellipse, which perfectly leads the movements during work. Our tip: check it out for yourselves in the aquarium. Here, as you can clearly see, we have a variety of different lures already rigged. The first option is a bait that is currently unrigged with treble hooks, but we wanted to show you how you can adjust the weight of the heads that are available on the market and easily accessible for purchase online or in stores, if you prefer to shop in person or online, by cutting off the head in our bait and adjusting it to the body depending on your preference. Here we also have store-bought heads matched with attachments for a double swivel, a single swivel, and clip-on hooks. Here, as you can see, there is a tungsten head for fishing with the so-called flashlight, now called Den. So for fishing they are rather in the water column, but from a cast. So here when casting we use a variety of options. When it comes to rigging, and I personally use 5, 7 or 10 gram heads, either swivels or tungsten heads, as you can see here. And additionally I rig it with hooks instead of a jig head. You can also rig a jig head. I use jig heads, tungsten ones. You can also rig it more delicately. But I think that when fishing in the water column, using a hook is much more effective when it comes to missed bites. So I would rather recommend fishing with a hook instead of a head. Now I will show you how to arm such a servant. A basic screw-in lead head along with a little hook and a fish head on the joint along with the artery, also with a little hook. You'll find the other rigging options, as I mentioned, on our website. There is a full description made for this, and not only this bait, where you will find the hook sizes, dimensions, weights, weight of this weight, and equipment that is dedicated to fishing specifically with our lures. So now I'll show you how to rig it in the simplest way. So we have a swivel, 2 snap rings, a standard hook, not even a quick release one, just a standard one, and a jig head shaped like a fish head. We screw in the catches, plus scissors. That's all we need to rig it properly. At the very beginning, we very carefully take the lure, and then we precisely measure the length. And I have it measured here, so it's enough to cut it at this point. We take the scissors, we cut, better to use longer ones. We twist, we insert the light jig head, we twist, and we check if we manage to match our lure to the jig head. Next, we take the hook. I attach the snap rings using small pliers. I don't use them. Specialized devices for mounting rings. I don't know why, but that's how I've learned it. Now, yes, we can either attach this hook here on a small screw, connecting it to the body. Then we have these two prongs sticking out, plus this one main one, or without forcing it, just like most people do, which is hiding the whole hook, holding it tightly. It's nicely camouflaged. Don't do that. Just lightly attach the hook. Attach it so that it pops out from our lure, and lightly we attach it. It doesn't matter. It's the position of the anchor. I personally pay attention to such things, but that's rather an exaggeration. So here, in a moment, I'll show you how to screw in special screws in this spot, which are used to secure the hooks. There are also special magnets on the screws where we later place the hook, and it stays in that position. This is what our screws on the back look like, which are used for positioning the hook. Now I'll show you how to do it. We measure where the arm, the main one, sticks out from the hook. We mark it with our finger. Next, we drive it in, and we screw it in our support. And what's cool is that it unhooks easily. So we straighten it out, and then we already have the support screwed in. So we lay the arm from the hook, and the hook fits securely and snugly into the body. And we have all of the 3 blades. Yes, that's the available name. Take a look. The second option, the same fish head, fitted, trimmed. Here we have them color coordinated. And here we have the hook together as well with the ready pins, which means we don't have to screw anything. We have the ready pins, and then these 3 blades should allow us to do that. We pin it. We pin it on the pins, the little hook, saw, supports, and we also have 3 tips available. Another way is the same story, this time with a screw-in lead head. In this case here, no, we simply cut off the head of our fish. We just screw it in. The spring, whisper, or bait. Here we have a fishing head. Mikado, I send my regards to the guys at Mikado. Great brand, making very good stuff. Like scissors, the heads. All these little clips you see here are also from Mikado. So I also send my regards to the guys. And here we have a regular head. The connector ring was attached along with the hook. And we do the same, we attach it, our setup for the head. And we're rigging it, the bait. We can also rig these soft baits from the bottom. When zander aren't rising, they're feeding very close to the DNA and not too high. We're escaping with the bait, meaning we're showing this bait on the bottom. By lightly jigging, the zander come up from the bottom, and that's when they often lift the soft bait and create what's called a missed bite. Then it's worth unhooking and moving it to the lower eye of the bait, but we mainly do this in shallow water. As I mentioned, the zander are really stuck to the bottom. When it comes to drop fishing, you can also rig our bait not just with our various types of lures, but we would like to show you a short hook. Here I have a size 4.0 hook, which might be a bit too short. 5.0, it would be better, although here the sponge is at least okay. And then to attach a leader and a small hook in size 6.8 right here. I immediately attach a steel leader or a thick catfish braid. Like I said, to make it easy, the pike's teeth didn't bite through, so I think that's about it for Slug. The only thing I didn't mention is that, as the name suggests, Bleak, this is a bleak, which is not only desired by zander, but also by pike. Personally, I even managed to catch a 160cm pike recently when I was out with my son, so I think that every predator would gladly go for such a bleak. And in the next episode, there will be something specifically for pike. This project has been keeping us up at night. But I can already show you, it's already been checked by a few people. Anyway, that's what it says. I'll show you like this. This is the third model out of 4 that we will show this year. This is a frog. Tadpole tail is approximately 210mm, 8.2 inches. So I think that this, you'll like it too. We'll talk about this frog in the next episode, which I warmly invite you to. I hope I didn't bore you, so see you later. Take care.